Hey everybody, welcome to Back Issues. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Tiffany.
Ben is ill this week, so Tiffany's filling in as a capable co-host.
Yeah.
A seasoned, like tempered steel. It's been forged in the fires of TV Little House.
Yeah, okay.
That analogy has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No.
I thought you might be mixing metaphors that you were like seasoned, so I thought you were go with like a seasoned
or
like
cast iron pan.
yeah,
Right.
or like hibernation.
Yeah,
It's
no.
Oh, because of the bear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could have used either one, and I just went with something that I made up. Today, we're talking about the first appearance, or rather the first time that... No, that doesn't even make sense. It's Tim Drake Robin. We're doing the first Robin adventure starring Tim Drake. Back in the pre-New 52 continuity, that was the third Robin.
Third Robin. Okay.
Right.
Tim
How
Drake
long was this after the death of Jason Todd?
The death of Jason Todd took place in, like, I want to say it was 86, but I think it might have been 88.
Okay.
This started in 89.
Oh, okay.
So it was actually not too long
Pretty quickly,
after.
it's just like,
Okay.
well, I'll just get another one.
Yeah. Well, there's this forward...
Well, you go to the store and you pick
go get
one up.
You get another Robin. There's actually a foreword in the beginning of this collected volume, which I'm sure is out of print by now, by Chuck Dixon, where he kind of talks about the reluctance of the DC editorial staff and Batman editors in general, like, bringing Robin back or trying something out. At no point was anyone thinking, let's have Superboy punch reality and bring Jason Todd back to life. At no point was anybody thinking, let's bring Jason Todd back to life. They were just like, maybe we need a new Robin.
Well, they killed him for a reason, right? Like people voted for him to die.
Well, yes, but it was a publicity stunt. Nobody actually was like, Robin needs to die. It was more like DC's like, should we kill Robin? And everyone's like, okay. And even then, like, and even that's like a source of controversy.
I read it that like people really didn't like him, and they were getting all these letters from people that he like.
Oh,
sucks.
and
So they're like, "Oh, he sucks. All right, then why don't we just kill him?"
No, I think it was actually way less, with less integrity than that. I think it was actually just like, let's kill Robin. You, what do you think? And they're like, all right. And they did, and it became this really epic story that no one remembers or cares about.
Okay.
Tim Drake was, unlike the other two Robins, he had a family, a mom and dad. He was...
Who didn't die.
Okay.
Oh.
He was rich. He was from, like, Bruce Wayne's kind of aristocratic background.
Okay.
His parents took him to the circus to see the Flying Graysons, and that was, like, the first time that he, like, had an introduction to the Batman universe.
Wait.
They weren't Robins or anything like that. It was just that's the connection, is that Tim Drake saw the Flying Graysons perform.
Okay.
And then later on, after Jason Todd dies, Batman becomes more reckless and more, like, kind of death-wishy. And so he's, like, really jumping into, like, every conflict with the rage of a madman.
Okay.
And eventually Dick Grayson, who had become Nightwing at that point, was kind of shadowing him. Like, partnering with him a little bit more than he probably would under normal circumstances.
Okay.
Kind of keeping an eye on him. And Tim Drake noticed when he saw Batman and Robin either on TV or in some capacity, he saw Batman and Nightwing working together, and he saw Nightwing perform some acrobatic feat, and he immediately recognized it as Dick Grayson's, like, Flying Grayson performance.
Okay.
And he was like, you're Nightwing. And if you're Nightwing, that means Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Really?
Yep.
How old is he when he saw the Flying Graysons?
He was probably around, like, 8. 8 or 10.
Wow.
They're usually around
Why
that
is
age.
he the first person to make that connection? I mean,
because that's when they
must have seen the Flying Graysons.
But they reinforce.
Is he like the world's second greatest detective?
Well, eventually they're kind of instilling that idea is that Tim Drake will eventually become like the next world's greatest detective.
Okay.
This is one of the few like analytical, intelligent Robins who like really notices his surroundings and takes them in. And he's also like a child of the late '80s. He was created in '89. So he's, like, computer savvy. He's one of the few, like, plugged-in online members of the Bat family.
Okay. And how old is he?
When he becomes Robin, I think he's 15.
Okay.
Because when Jean-Paul Valley becomes Batman after Batman's back is broken by Bane, Tim Drake becomes 16, and for whatever reason, in the state that Gotham City is in, which they never mention, you can get your license actually, it's not true. He got his learner's permit at 16, but his father was in a wheelchair, so he got like a special, like medically induced, like license, a provisional license to drive his dad around.
Oh.
How he figured out that Nightwing was Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
How does that lead him to Bruce Wayne as Batman?
Because this 30-something billionaire playboy takes in a orphaned young man.
Dick Grayson was
Batman's ward.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I forgot. You don't actually read these books.
Yeah,
Like, we're talking about Robin, Tim Drake.
Right.
By the when this book kicks off, Tim Drake's mom was killed by the Amoeba Man? Obia Man? I can't remember what the hell that ridiculous character's name is. It was during like the late 80s, early 90s, so like there were a couple of things that were in the forefront. Vicky Vale was a main love interest for Batman. And obscure Batman villains were in the forefront. Joker had been killed in Death in the Family only a couple of years ago, and when they introduced Tim Drake into like the Batman world, they just started to imply the Joker didn't die.
Okay.
So they kind of took Joker off the table for a long time.
Okay.
And the first time that Tim Drake ever puts on a Robin costume is not in this book. It's actually back about a few months prior when Two-Face strikes, and he winds up getting the drop on both Nightwing and Batman, and so Tim puts on the Robin costume and like rescues him.
How does he get it?
At that point, Tim Drake had revealed to Dick Grayson / Nightwing that he knew who he was.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm worried about Batman. Like, I care about Gotham City. I care about what you guys do. I like what you do, and I approve of it. And I'm worried about Batman, and I want to help. Mm-hmm. And how can I help? And eventually, Tim Drake just kind of becomes like that neighbor character on every sitcom who like pops in, and he's like, "It's Tim!" And because he knows who they are, like they put him on the Bat computer.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of like a proto-Oracle type character.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
But
So they were like clearly laying the groundwork. They're like, they know he's going to become Robin at that point. They were just setting up a plausible path for that.
exactly. And this is the actual like road to him becoming Robin.
Okay.
They kind of forget that story where Tim Drake is Robin to make way for this story where like Tim Drake really wants to be Robin. And he keeps like asking Batman to be Robin. He's like, when can I be Robin? And Batman's like, you'll never be Robin. We're not having Robins anymore.
Right.
Like little boys.
That one time you put on the costume was not
like
you weren't Robin.
No.
You just wore his stuff.
Exactly. You're wearing my dead ward's like clothes. That's just creepy. That doesn't help me at all.
Is he ever like, but can I be like a different bird?
No, that's later actually. In the New 52, they retcon out all of
Can it be
this.
an Oriole?
The
Oriole?
nice
With
baseball
the
reference.
Raven.
Raven is a character,
Damn it, I was like, oh, excuse me. Raven's a chick.
Oh.
and on the Teen Titans,
Yeah.
a team that
I get it.
Robins traditionally lead.
Right.
Yes.
The story here kicks off in the pages of Batman, and then it leads into the first Robin solo series.
Oh.
And it was actually a mini-series.
The first one ever?
Pretty much, yeah. I think so. Someone in the comments is going to point out some kind of like obscure DC book in like the 70s, but
Yeah.
like
Or not so.
Well, wasn't there like Batman's greatest pal Robin or
No.
something stupid
No!
shit like
Batman's
that?
greatest
like Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal,
Right.
or like Superman's main squeeze, Lois Lane. Yeah, no, they never did that.
Okay.
It was no. There's a series of murders that are taking place, public murders, around Christmas time, where there's these people wearing these like crazy ghost face masks,
Okay.
and but at first you think it's like the rise of a new villain, and he's committing all these like random murders, and Batman quickly and easily defeats one of them to reveal that it's an old lady.
What?
Like a 70 or 80-year-old lady.
Like a Scooby-Doo villain?
No, well, a Scooby-Doo villain implies that yes, the reveal is like that,
Right.
but she...
That wasn't a ghost at all.
Yeah, it was just this old lady.
It was old Lady Jenkins from up the road.
Oh, Madeline.
Bat.
Bat.
There's a bunch of the same type of attacks going on with the same mask.
So they stop her, but then someone else does it.
Exactly. And Batman basically reasons that they're all random people who didn't have priors. They didn't have prior, like, bouts of violence or desires to murder people, and for every, like, indication, there's no reason for them to do that.
Okay.
But then he discovers that they all have something in common, and it's they've been exposed to some mild form, or actually extreme form, of Jonathan Crane's fear toxin.
Drove them mad.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it was almost like anti-fear, where it like makes them unafraid to do anything they want.
Is this Batman seeing images of...
No, that's Tim Drake seeing images of the Robins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tim Drake is so obsessed with becoming Robin, and he keeps like bugging Batman, as I pointed out earlier, but the ghosts of Robins keep haunting him, but not like in a literal sense, like we see it visualized in the comic, but it's more that like Tim Drake is kind of imagining that like the mantle of Robin is like trying to guide him in the direction that he should be in.
Okay.
So,
sure.
Like his spirit animal.
Yeah, kinda. Well, like the Jason Todd Robin is like, running headfirst into danger is what got me killed, and like the Dick Grayson Robin is like, I am the symbol that you worship so much, like, so you should keep, a steady hand and have respect for what you're about to try and step into.
Okay.
And so Tim Drake uses his detective skills to figure out that Batman is walking into a trap.
Okay.
Laid by the Scarecrow. And so he's like, I have to go in. And this is the part where you're like, oh, he's going to become Robin.
Right.
But he's so afraid of failing and besmirching the mantle of Robin that he doesn't put on the costume, throws on like a ski mask and some gloves and like his what will become trademark Robin staff. Okay. And he goes in and he like...
Oh.
Yeah. He creates the Robin staff. Like, yeah.
What is this with Batman covered in spiders?
Well, Craven's not there to take care of them. So.
There's no one to eat them all.
No, it's weird. Why doesn't Batman just jump into them and consume them?
He just doesn't eat them.
No, Scarecrow traditionally ties him up and then makes him breathe in
a fear toxin
that he calls arachnid. He's like, I created this one that makes you afraid of spiders. And then he's like, and then he gets another toxin that's like, making him see his worst nightmare, which is, of course, the death of his parents.
Right.
And then Tim Drake shows up, and they, like... the way that Tim Drake defeats him is he hits the shelf that has all the fear toxins with his staff, and they all fall onto Crane.
Nice.
Oh, no!
So Crane basically visualizes that he's being eaten to death by birds.
Oh.
By crows.
By crows.
Yeah. Oh. Also, earlier, Scarecrow like splashes fear toxin on Tim Drake.
Yeah,
he sees like the Obia Man or Obi Man. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Obia Man.
Yeah.
Obia Man.
Obia Man. Tim Drake can rise up and defeat this villain. So he sees visualizations of like the Obia Man murdering his mom and paralyzing his dad, which is what happened. And then he's paralyzed to do anything, and he doesn't know what to do. So, like, the Robin avatar show up, and they're like, "Get up, you're Robin! Like, do it!" And then he does.
Looks like Papa Shango. Is that his name? Papa, wrestling guy.
Oh. So then, Batman ultimately concedes that if it wasn't for Tim, he and Vicky Vale, who was investigating the murders and got swept up in it as well, would have been killed.
Oh.
Would they? Would Scarecrow have killed them, or would he have just
left them there?
Well, they could have been scared to death.
They could have been scared to death.
Yeah. So then he gives Tim Drake the new Robin costume.
Yeah.
Which
that was easy.
Was so cool. This is the first time we ever saw that version of the Robin costume.
Okay.
It had always been the green trunks, the little like Robin Hood booties, yellow cape, just a big target.
Right.
It was this period where Batman finally decided to give Robin some pants. Maybe give him a cape that didn't immediately give away his position. I love that there was yellow on the the underside.
Yellow inside and black on the back.
Exactly. Yeah. He has like a turtleneck type collar that protects his neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and of course the like much more woo R for Robin.
The R is really stylized,
and he can take it off and make it into like a Robin version of the Batarang.
He can take off.
That was really cool up until that point.
You can take off
like
the
I was
logo?
with you
Yeah, you can take the R
so
off.
It's not a sticker, it's like a metal thing.
Well, it's like throwing a big cellophane S.
No, it's not like that. It's made of metal. It's like sharp or something.
Right.
It's like a throwing knife.
But they're like, well, the R has this pointy little thing on the end.
And he often will hit people in the hand with that
Why
one
can't he
pointy
just have
thing.
fold up ones and he pulls down?
Those are that he keeps batarangs there.
So he does have batarangs as well.
As well. He's got R's and batarangs.
The R is more like the last resort. That's why
Like
it's
he's got nothing else left.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid.
All right, so now he's already Robin, and we're only halfway through this.
Yeah. So then Batman. Okay, I love the turn in this. By the way, in the Batman books, he's like, "Gentlemen, meet the new Robin."
Right.
The next page, he goes, "I don't know if I can do this, you guys." Like he's immediately self-doubting.
Right.
And it's a hilarious look at him. He's like, and Batman, in fact, is the one who's like, "You said you were ready to be Robin. I don't understand." He's like, "I don't know, Batman. What if I fail?" And he's like, "Really?" This is the launch of the 5-issue Robin miniseries.
Why me? Why did you pick me? What makes me the next guy? You
went this whole adventure.
Yeah,
like,
you faced the Scarecrow.
Yeah,
you
we
faced your
laid
fears and
everything that just happened like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it because they're overemphasizing the fact that they've done a complete 180 from Jason Todd?
Yes.
Like they're like this kid is
right.
He's thoughtful.
everything
He's
Jason
careful.
Todd
He's
is
not
Yeah.
Jason Todd. So then Batman says, like, "Okay, well, if you're not sure if you are ready, then I'm going to send you to some gurus who trained me when I was becoming Batman."
really.
Yeah.
Does he do it?
Yeah.
There was a Teen Titans episode like that. Kind of.
That was a good show.
Yeah, where Robin like lost his faith in his abilities and he had to go on training exercises. Up the
That's
mountain.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tim goes to Tibet. He brings his Robin costume with him,
Okay.
and he meets like this, master and his like shitty grandson who learned everything from his grandfather, but like his grandfather's like
That's a terrible
super in
haircut.
charge and like he knows what he's doing, but like he doesn't speak English. So then the douchey grandson,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, I think his name is. Shen
blue
Shen
hair
Chi.
and
Well, everyone has blue hair. That's just the way that they colored it. It's supposed to be black.
It's black, but you have to put highlights in it. If you put white in there, it looks really weird.
Yeah, and if you just make it jet black, the fill-in colors, like that's what black is. So
Right.
it'll be matted and weird.
yeah.
Is this kid like the kid in Karate Kid 2?
No.
Okay, like
He's a douche,
like Uncle Sato's.
but no, he
or not
does-
Uncle Sato. It was Sato's
it's-
nephew.
No, he's a douche, but he doesn't like. He's not a member of a gang, and he doesn't challenge Drake.
Okay.
In fact, all he does is whip the shit out of Drake.
Oh,
and Drake
alright.
is just like, I hate him so much because he's such a smug bastard, but he knows everything, and so I need to like focus.
Right.
And then after a while, he like lets him pick which weapon he wants to be a master in,
Okay.
and Drake picks the slingshot.
Oh.
Wait
Because
a minute.
I thought he was a bow guy.
Yeah. So he's got the batarangs, the bow staff,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
R,
I'm sorry,
and
it's a triple threat.
Well,
Quadruple
the R
threat.
is just a last resort. And it's
He's not really trained in the R. He just grabs it and shoves
well,
it
and the
in
R
there.
is just another version of a batarang, so he really only has like that one skill of
Right.
whipping
A
shit.
batarang's just a throwing star.
Yeah.
can he put the R in the slingshot?
No. Damn it. It's.
I'm not
it's-
letting this R go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Does he use it in this book?
I don't remember.
All right. All right. I
I don't think so.
I will try to
wanna
not
see
bring
him
it up
use
until the end.
So, ultimately, Drake almost immediately gets roped up in some crazy shit.
In Tibet.
Yes.
Some local stuff.
There's an evil like gangster team. I think they're called the Ghost Dragons.
Okay.
And they're led by Sir Edmunds, who's this blonde, like, super fighter. Like, he's really good at
Determined
fighting.
fighter, yeah.
And he's also, like, ruthless and brilliant and shit. And they meet this... the Ghost Dragons are, like, beating the crap out of this girl named Jinx.
Okay.
And as it turns out, she is a Ghost Dragon. But Tim doesn't know that, and he just
right.
thinks she's hot. So, like,
Who's Jinx?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Why?
She's in the Teen Titans too.
That's cool.
Oh, there
So
she is.
yeah, so Tim immediately thinks like, I'll go rescue her, and then maybe I'll get late while I'm on this trip.
Right.
It's not a bad plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets there. He goes to like this warehouse where like where he thinks Jinx is going to be beaten on, and instead the Ghost Dragons are beating the crap out of this black guy, this black American dude named Clyde Rawlins,
Oh, wow.
and.
Yep.
He doesn't know what the fight's all about, but he knows he doesn't like the odds, so he jumps in as Robin.
Okay.
And he saves Clyde, and Clyde is like a... He reveals that he's like a federal agent, and he's on a, like, undercover mission,
Okay.
but Tim uses his hacking skills to look him up and finds out that he was actually, like, taken off the force or whatever because his family was murdered by Sir Edmunds, and he's actually on a mission of revenge.
So we're just in like a kung fu movie.
We are in a kung fu movie.
Or even just an action.
Yeah,
movie.
we're in a movie that would have come out around the time this book was being.
I mean, yeah, I maybe
Makes
kung fu is
sense.
better because this is almost the premise of like a fighting game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's basically that.
Maybe you're bad. You're too close to this one.
Yeah. So then Clyde and Robin team up, and they're like, let's go see if we can resolve this problem.
Okay.
And Lady Shiva, who's a long-standing Batman villain,
Okay.
who's also super, like, martial artist, like,
her?
yeah, she is involved in some way. I believe she knows that Sir Edmunds is, like, one of the best and most, like, dangerous men in the underworld, and she's like, if I kill him, then I'll be the most dangerous person in the underworld. So that's, like, her angle.
Is she the second most dangerous person in the world?
She's the
Or
most
does she
dangerous
feel that
woman
by
alive,
killing-
but she kills him.
Oh, it's like
She, like,
it's like the
takes his
Highlanders.
power.
Yeah.
I know, she doesn't think
That's how
that.
it works.
It's more like, I'm the most dangerous woman alive, and if I kill
Okay.
him, then I'll be the most dangerous person alive.
Oh.
See, that logic doesn't follow, because the second most dangerous person alive could be a man.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and then he would just
Yeah.
be. Then it would just be the same thing again.
Yeah, and so she might have to kill multiple people to be the most dangerous
Right.
person.
But that probably isn't a problem that she'd have.
Yeah.
So,
But does it work?
what?
Does she kill him and become the most dangerous person alive?
Well, I think we're skipping ahead there.
Well, that's the end of the book.
okay.
But, so Clyde and Shiva and Tim eventually all team up,
Oh.
and each takes their time to train Tim in their own way. So,
Okay.
like, Clyde tries to teach Tim how to fight in, like, a street fight,
Right.
and then Shiva picks up the mantle of trying to train him. And, by the way, if Batman knew that Lady Shiva was training Tim Drake, he would step in and end this shit.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
he
be like,
doesn't
no.
know?
No, Batman has no idea what Robin is
Yeah,
doing.
he's like, you gotta go on your spirit journey, man.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but he's
Well,
Batman.
No,
Like,
at one point, Robin says, like, I should really call Batman about this. I'm getting involved in a gang war, an
Right.
international gang war, but I need to prove that I can be Robin.
I can handle myself.
Yeah, so he deliberately doesn't call Batman.
Okay.
oh.
Yeah, Batman does not appear until the last page of this book,
Oh.
which is kind of cool.
No, that's very cool.
So Lady Shiva decides she's going to train Tim. So they're at, like, a safe house. By the way, they also, like, travel across, like, Eastern and Mid-Europe.
Okay.
Like a road trip.
Yeah,
All
with
right.
these two psychopaths. And, oh man, so Lady Shiva goes to Tim's bedroom, like, at dawn, and she's like, it's time for you to become a man. And he's like, yes. And she's like, whoa, no, not like that. I'm going to train you how to fight. I'm going to teach you how to fight. Meet me in the courtyard.
Like, oh.
He's
And
like,
he's like-
just give me 15 minutes.
Yeah. Damn it. Later on, Tim eventually figures out that Jinx is a member of the Ghost Dragons. And she promises to, like, deliver Robin to King Snake, also known as Sir Edmunds.
Okay.
Like, he's known as King Snake in the underworld. Because he has a big snake tattooed on his chest.
Okay.
Well, I wonder which came first.
This, what?
The tattoo or the name?
Or the tattoo?
Probably the tattoo. So,
snake. I like that.
yeah.
I want a snake on my
I'm gonna get a snake right here.
I don't know why they call me that, but I like the sound of it.
Yeah, but I like the sound of it. We find out that they're involved in a counterfeit operation.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
It's
That's
the
their...
80s.
Yeah, they don't know
They
counterfeit
don't
money.
know why people do things.
Right.
Okay.
So they're counterfeiting money, and Robin's like, "Oh no! If this money hits the streets, then blah." So I've got to defeat him, and then and everything goes off the rails. Lady Shiva's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go kill King Snake," and Robin's like, "You can't go kill him." And then Clyde Rollins like, "You can't kill him, because I've got to go kill him." And then he goes up, and Robin's like, "Damn it! I got to deal with these money launderers."
Mm-hmm.
And so Clyde goes to fight King Snake, and King Snake just murders him.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
Clyde doesn't make it?
No, it's actually. And I remember I read this around like 10 years old, and it was pretty dark.
Wow.
Yeah, Clyde just gets the shit knocked out of him, and then the next time you see him, Robin goes to face King Snake, and he finds his body, and he's just like,
Oh.
"I couldn't save Clyde."
Oh, no.
That sucks.
Yeah. So then Robin.
Sorry, Clyde.
Then Robin. The reason why the staff doesn't come into play when he's being trained by the Dalai Lama, whatever, is because he starts with the sling. Well, because he's called the Lama in this story.
Okay.
And or whatever. He gets the sling in the beginning. Then when Lady Shiva decides to train him, she's like, "You need to be trained in a weapon, and I will not accept the slingshot."
Thank you.
So that he breaks out the staff.
All right.
Okay.
And he immediately doesn't know what he's doing, and he gets his ass kicked.
So he didn't master anything.
No, but then later he winds up. There's a moment where he's like sitting on the courtyard and he's like whittling on the stick, and Clyde says like, "Will you put your name in there?" And he's like, "Something like that." And then later, he goes to fight Lady Shiva again, and what he did is he cut, like, a whistle into the staff, so when he swung the staff, it made, like, a whistling sound that distracts her so that he gets the upper hand and defeats her.
Oh.
And she says, "Oh, the little bird has found his song."
has found his song.
And he's like, "She's going to take this out on me so bad." But, so he fights... So ultimately, Robin fights King Snake.
Right. This is like a video game.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's got to get to the top of the tower.
The tower,
Yeah.
like the boss.
Yeah. So...
does King Snake offer him to like let him join his organization?
No, he doesn't.
It's not like Streets of Rage.
He's like, "Yay, I'll kill you," and then Batman will come for me, and then I'll kill Batman. And you're like,
and then I will have killed the Batman.
Yeah, but he doesn't really care. The funny thing is, Edmonds is not really all that obsessed with killing Batman or Robin. He's just like, this Robin kid really has screwed my organization, and I'm kind of sick of it.
All right, hang on. Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah.
At this point...
No.
You may not.
It's not the show.
There's no questions here. At this point in the Batman universe...
Yeah.
People believe that the Joker is not...
No, the Joker's back.
He's back?
But he hasn't had a big, epic story yet.
But does the underworld know that?
The underworld isn't really connected with Joker anymore at this point.
Do they know who he is at the moment?
Oh yeah, everyone knows who the Joker
and they know he's a crazy person?
Oh, they know who the... Oh, yeah. Do you think... Oh...
I'm just saying, like, why does anyone think...
They haven't played up the fact that, like, Joker would murder anyone who killed Batman.
Well, not just that, but it's like, he's a lunatic, and, like, will go to lengths that almost no one else will. Mm-hmm. Why would you think you could do it better?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's like...
Like, I don't understand that.
That's like the flaw of every crappy villain. Like, when Spider-Man fights Stiltman, he's like, why did you think you could beat me? Like, I fought Venom 1,000 times.
But, I mean, the Joker's different. Like...
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Well, how do people know about this book is like a year after...
Joker died.
Yeah.
But they still know who the Joker is.
Quick.
Yeah, they brought him back pretty quick.
Okay.
Well...
That sucks.
Yeah.
So, what happens with Lady Shiva? Where does she go?
She doesn't go very far, because afterwards...
Does she try to fight King Snake, or...?
Here's the thing. Robin uses his staff to distract King Snake.
With his whistle.
With his whistle.
He's wooing
he does the woo, and Snake's like, "Are you attacking me with toys? What the fuck is wrong with you?" And
that's right, because he's blind.
Yeah. So he winds up, like, throwing it with, like, a rope. Like, he slings it up, so Snake thinks that he's over there, and then he knocks King Snake out the fucking window.
Did he kill him?
No, Snake hangs there, and then Lady Shiva arrives, and she's like, "Now will you be my instrument of death and kill the King Snake?" And he's like, "No."
Yeah, but
kill him and become a predator.
He didn't know that he was going to grab on.
No, he didn't. But he's Robin. He's the master of, like, midair catches. So he would have chased after. He would have jumped after him.
How do you know he's the master of midair catches?
Because he's fucking trained by Batman.
Well, it's probably like
he's been barely trained by Batman.
He was probably figuring like this guy is way bigger than me, so I'm just gonna do what I can and let the chips fall where they.
I think that's really more of the moment.
Yeah, I think he's actually planning to kill him, but he's like, no, I won't. If he caught it, then I will not murder him.
Good for him.
But I won't stop Lady Shiva from killing him.
What?
So so you just hear him fall.
What?
She was like, "Yes, I killed him." Nah. And then
wait, really?
That's amazing. Yeah, she's just like, "I will kill him." And then
Batman's like,
she's like,
or Robin's like,
"Will you be my instrument?" And he's like, "No." And he walks away, and she kills the kid.
Yeah. Now, by the way,
he's not Batman, clearly.
No. So then,
well, probably he couldn't stop her anyway.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's, like, barely hanging on.
And
he'd have to, like, have a big fight with her, and then they would fall anyway.
I don't know.
So then, Robin winds up stopping the money laundering scheme. The money's being loaded into, like, big trucks.
Oh, we go back to that?
Oh yeah,
we're not
We
done
had
yet,
the
just 'cause
epic battle, and then we're like, oh,
Well,
we
it finally
tried.
wraps up in Gotham because the money's coming to Gotham.
Oh.
Robin,
Alright.
like, you know,
Look at this money. Why is there pink money?
it's not all
It's Monopoly money.
American money. Some of it's like other money.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's like there's a party. There's just money falling from the sky for like 10 panels.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Where
And
are any hobos?
the wrap up with Jinx is that because she failed before Sir Edmunds was killed, he tortured her and like gouged out her eye.
Yikes.
And then Batman shows up and he's like, "So you didn't call?" And Robin's like, "Yeah, I want to take this on my own." And Batman's like, "Good for you. Did you learn? Did you get what you wanted? Like, did you learn everything?" And he's like, "Kind of." And he's like, "That's all we can hope for."
So he has no idea?
That he let him die.
Yeah.
Spoilers: King Snake doesn't die. King Snake like falls on a car and like he's incapacitated, and then he like eventually just
What, his blindness help him?
No.
Because he didn't
No.
see it coming, it didn't count?
yeah he's just really strong.
Maybe he fell through all those like awnings.
Right.
Just thump, thump, thump.
No,
Yeah, that's
this is
probably what happened.
we saw the outside of this building. There ain't nothing.
No.
Maybe he just flexed his muscles
Yeah,
really hard.
he's just really
At the moment
tough,
of impact, he was just like.
Yeah.
which would actually like probably kill you faster.
I like this. Like Batman knew that Robin.
Had been in town.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna let this play out.
Yeah, I want to see what he does.
You
I wanna see
didn't
what the
need
kid-
me. He
No,
says.
that's right.
It's great.
And then and I love the last panel because
You didn't need me for this stupid, boring adventure.
yeah, exactly.
Take on these stupid
For this
street
River
dogs.
City ransom adventure
Yeah.
that you were on. So yeah,
Person doesn't need to have fear toxin.
yeah, what the fuck?
That's not even a threat.
Yeah, you fought a big blind guy.
A man who couldn't even see.
Let me
And
ask you a
killed
question.
him?
Did you use
Oh.
sound? You know, you have sonics in your belt that I gave you.
Misdirection with
You have
noise.
actual sonic devices I put into your belt. Did you even open that thing? You got all kinds of shit in there. But I love the last panel because it's Batman and Robin swinging over the city, and Robin is like grim faced because he's been like through the shit, and Batman's smiling
Yeah, he is.
because for the first time, like everything's together. Like
And Robin's like,
yeah,
Batman's.
like
So they're completely opposite of what they normally are.
yeah. By the way, this Robin, Tim Drake becomes Robin in 1989. He stays Robin until 2009.
What?
Yep,
20 years. he's
20
Robin.
years. Tim Drake is Robin.
But do
So-
20 years pass in the comics?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, it's
is
like
he
three.
like a 37-year-old Robin? He's like, hey.
No, you know, as a kid, like I always gravitated towards the Robin character. Obviously, I was like, I couldn't be Batman.
Right, but you could be Robin.
Exactly.
You could go to Tibet and learn how to use a slingshot.
Oh, I would die.
And not get laid.
No, yeah, that
Fight a
would
black man.
that happened on every vacation I've ever been on. But
The
no,
not-
the not getting laid part. But
Yeah.
I would definitely have died,
Yeah.
like immediately,
Yeah.
like in training. Like Shang would have killed me. He would be like, "Oh my god, I didn't expect you to bleed so much."
And they just send you back to Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And Batman, instead of avenging me, would be like,
uh,
"Oh shit."
Alfred probably would have gotten the package and like,
Yeah, just slip him into the furnace.
yeah.
Chuck Dixon takes Robin and runs with him for the next 20 years, and
That's
it's great and
awesome.
cool.
I love
Does he have his own title for a long time?
Yeah, yeah. After this, there are at least two more Robin miniseries sequels. The
Okay.
next one, he fights the Joker.
oh.
And in each Robin sequel, there's no Batman. So
That's really cool. I was gonna say that's like,
Where's Batman?
that's
go?
really, no, but it's interesting that like they didn't feel the need that in the Robin book to put Batman in there
yeah,
as like a constant. Like they're like, no, you're reading this because you want to read about Robin.
Yeah. Right.
Not you want to read about Batman and Robin.
No,
Because you could do that.
yeah. Oh, easily. And they do it now.
Now,
but
does the Robin book lead into Teen Titans, where he starts to build his own team?
That's a
or-
different.
No, that's
well, no.
Robin
Eventually, he
verse.
will become. Eventually, Tim Drake does lead the Teen Titans.
All right. Well, in the cartoon version, it's almost this exact costume, but it's
Right.
Dick Grayson.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
In the Batman the Animated Series cartoon, it's this costume.
Let me ask you this.
How does Jason Todd's Robin outfit remain suspended in that glass case?
Now, that's a great question.
It's not just the costume. The little mask is just floating there in space.
Yeah, I know.
How does that work?
It's his ghost. He's wearing it. But you don't.
Because it really looks like it.
You don't,
I
you
know.
don't believe it hard
When
enough.
I was a
I
kid,
can see him right there.
when I was a kid, I used to think that it was solid all the way through.
Oh.
But it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Because Bane throws Batman through it at one point.
Maybe he throws it with such force.
Then he shatters solid glass that looks like it's like 5 feet thick?
Yeah.
No. I think it's just like there are, like, maybe it's
little teeny
thread
wires that you can't
or,
see.
yeah. I mean, the fact is, like, it could be experimental technology. It's Bruce Wayne. Like, it's a lot of money.
That's probably what it is.
Just threw a lot of money at it. It could be Kryptonian based.
It, like, hovers.
Oh, maybe
saying?
Yeah.
Zatanna was like,
Put a hex on it, so now it's just always floating.
Maybe it's just poorly drawn and conceived.
maybe you're poorly drawn and conceived.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Anyway. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to click the annotation here to see every episode of Back Issues we've ever done. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. It helps out the show a lot. I am Sal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Tiffany.
See you next time.